Hello everybody, long time no see, and today I'm back with another figure review. Well, two actually. Now this is also going to be a bit of an unboxing as well, since this one's actually fairly new, and I decided to show it off to you guys, so let's get started. So as you can see, these two are still fresh in the box. We got a pretty cool looking picture of Godzilla and a pretty clear picture of Shimo over here as well, and kind of gives off Pacific Rim vibes with all the blue around the mouth. Looking at the side of the box, you can see they say it's a 4-piece tire on the side, and it looks like there's beams there as well. We can see the same picture on the back, and you can see Godzilla and Kong on the side. So yeah, that's about all I have to say for the box, you know. Let's just open it up now. Yes. And here they are. Here we have Godzilla and Shimo out of their packaging. They also came with some beam accessories and a paper diorama. You can pretty easily attach these accessories by opening up their mouth and using this tab right here. You can just plug it right into their mouth up here. Like so. And voila! Godzilla's is a bit harder to put in though. Now it's about time we talk about the figurines themselves. Let's start with Godzilla. First things first, this guy looks really dopey. Like the tiny pupils with the addition of like the portions on his head compared to like the width of his neck is just really comical looking. Speaking of proportions, he is a pretty lean Godzilla. Painting on this guy is kind of weird. He's got a very blue underbelly. These spikes here are like translucent and see-through, but the rest of them are like painted pink, so these stand out quite a bit. Again, the eyes look pretty goofy. Feel free to insert a Godzilla meme here. All in all, a very interesting looking Godzilla. Look at this, he's even got like a Stegosaurus tail. As far as details go, they vary. The sculpt around the head isn't that bad, like it's passable if you overlook the paint. They got the gills. Then you go to the rest of them, and I think those are scales. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, the head and the arms are far more detailed than the body and the legs. The tail has more detail as well. This is because the head and the arms have a far more vinyl-ish, rubbery texture, like it's kind of squishy. While the main body and the legs are tough plastic. So the different textures of the body, the wonky proportions, and the interesting paint job make this a very distinct looking Godzilla, I guess. Yeah, this guy's pretty wacky. I just noticed he has like elbow blades for some reason. Goodness. But enough of the details. You're probably wondering how well this guy can pose. The arms can move all the way around. This seam line here will make you think that he has head articulation, but you'll find this version of Godzilla is a little stiff-necked. His mouth can open and close. His legs can move out about that far. You can twist his ankles. And his tail's on a bit of a ball joint. All in all, his articulation isn't too bad. Godzilla Evolved is certainly an interesting figure, but I do think there are better Godzilla figures out there that you can get for yourself. Now that we've got Godzilla out of the way, we can move on to our second monster, Shimo. Starting off with the detailing, Shimo has a similar build as the Godzilla Evolved, where some of her limbs are made of the vinyl rubbery type of texture and the rest of it is plastic. However, the contrast here isn't as noticeable due to Shimo's more simple paint job. Shimo's entire body, with the exception of her spikes and her eyes, are white. So the contrast here may not be as jarring as with Godzilla Evolved. With that being said, the detail on the legs, tail, and head are all pretty well done. The sculpt of the main body isn't as good, but the underbelly is done surprisingly well. Also, I like the little beady eye Shimo has. Looks pretty cute. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's move on to Shimo's articulation. Shimo's head appears to be on a hinge joint, but this hinge joint can also turn as well. This means Shimo's head has a pretty good range of movement. Shimo's front legs also have this same method of articulation. This means you can actually get Shimo to be quite expressive with how you pose her. Her front feet can turn as well, along with her back feet. The back legs can move forward about this far, and back about this far, and her tail has a similar ball joint as to the Godzilla Evolved, except here it has more range. Overall, the posability here is pretty good, especially for this type of figure. I definitely say Shimo's the better of the two figures. Without further ado, let's get on to the size comparisons. Mecha Godzilla, Burning Godzilla, Shin Godzilla, Mecha Kong, Red King, Ghidorah, Guiron, Monster X, Gamora, Batra, Mothra, Ghidorah, and this. Overall, a good set. The Shimo figure is good, the Godzilla figure is certainly something, and the addition of the diorama and the beam effects are all a nice touch. I say it's worth the $19-ish you'll be spending on it. As always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully sooner than before.